Hello and welcome to the Lake House Review Soccer Special. My name is Roy Wellington. I'm joined here from my Icelandic friend, Rex Tyler. Rex, glad to have you here.
Good to be here, Roy.
Excited to do a couple of reviews here. We'll be reviewing a couple of the players, give you a couple of comparisons, and let you know if they've gained a sponsorship in the offseason. We're going to go and start things off here with James Ugarte. James Ugarte, I went ahead and compared him to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I'd say he knows what he's doing out there. He doesn't always seem like he wants to be out there. What say you, Rex?
No, yeah, I agree. Sometimes his mind is elsewhere. He hasn't always been a footballer, so it's all new to him. But he can be good, but he's usually thinking about something else that's going on. But if he gets fit like he was before the Lakeside tournament last year, I think he could really show us how he can play this year.
Mm-hmm. Sponsorship for James, Water of all types went ahead and picked him up this year. Pretty good sponsorship for him. I think he'll need it.
Yeah, he'll definitely be needing that.
Moving on, we're going to move on to Logan Bell. Went ahead and compared him to Paul Pogba. I'd say he's got an ability to control the game with his passing, and he's got a great little touch there. What do you think, Rex?
He's Paul Pogba, maybe poor man's Paul Pogba, I'd say, but I think he's always struggled with fitness, so in that case I'd compare him to Wayne Rooney. The way he lives outside of football, it's never going to help that either. He's got a lazy attitude and he needs to sort out if he's ever going to become a good player.
Very true, very true. Budweiser went ahead and picked him up. It's always been a good relationship between Budweiser and Lake House Soccer, and we'll continue to have that.
Yeah, and I think it's because of Logan we got that relationship, so thoroughly deserves it.
Moving on to Andrew Schreiber. I compared him to a PK, a Matt Hummels, a Vincent Kompany. I'd say he's a brick wall. You almost don't need a goalie when you've got Andy out there.
Yeah, I agree. He is a good player and he comes from good stock, but he's another one. His mind's never on the game. It's always on the night before. What's going on the night after? The women in his dressing room at half time. We all know what kind of person he is, but if he can apply the kind of passion he has outside of football into the game, he can live up to the names that you mentioned there, Roy.
You're talking about passion. His sponsorship, Bush, definitely makes sense there. I really, truly thought they were in a relationship.
Yeah, I thought he was the owner of Bush.
Really? Yeah. Moving forward, we're going to go on to a Justin Davis. I compared him to a Yaya Toure, David Luiz. He's a defender he'll take it away from you and score on you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he can defend, but he can also push up. Roy, he's got the ability when he's fit to pull the strings, go backwards and forwards. He does get tired, so he will have to hang back, he will have to hang forward. But recently he's been off form.
When has he been on form?
Not since birth, Roy.
Sure. Sponsorship for Justin, nobody sponsored him. Couldn't find anybody. Not really a surprise, I'd say.
Yeah, not yet. We'll see how he does in the next few games, but I don't have many hopes for him.
Going from a low of a low to a high of a high, a name everybody knows, synonymous with greatness, Will Fulmer. Comparisons here, I went with Kaká, Fabregas, Pirlo, Xavi. He's a magician, and honestly, he's making his case to be amongst the greats of the game. What do you think, Rex?
He's already established himself as a great, and the people you said there, Pirlo, Xavi, Kaká, they should be compared to Will Fulmer. That's how good a man is. He's a great, not of just this generation, but if he is in any generation, he'd stand out in any crowd.
They're going to build statues of this guy.
Yeah, I've actually got the first ever Will Fulmer statue. It's in my garage, and I look at it every day for inspiration.
No surprise. Moving on, real bring down here, we're going to a Nick Patel. Easy comparison here to Angel Di Maria. He can bring up the ball, but honestly, he doesn't always know what to do with it when he gets it up there. He's usually surrounded by those that are better than him, I'd say.
Yeah, 100% true there, Roy. I don't think there's going to be anyone who's as bad as Nick at Lakeside Soccer. Even his cousin Parth, who doesn't even play football, he's better than him, and he's going to struggle to keep up the pace.
It's nice to see him try.
I think he shouldn't.
Moving on to a Thive. You have your own nickname for him.
Yeah, I've always thought his name was Taish.
Okay.
I do blame Forloke for this, but Thive, I will remember that one, and if he can show some of the class he showed last year, I think we'll all remember it.
compared him to Alexis Sanchez. He's athletic. He's got a real knack of what's happening in the game and how to manage it. Patron Tequila picked him up.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Matt Allen. Xabi Alonso truly comes to mind. He brings a classy, fresh breath of fresh air, but he'll take the ball and finish given the chance.
Yeah, good player, Xabi Alonso. Fair comparison. He is overshadowed by his more talented girlfriend Ashley. He's one of Orlando Pride's new signing, but a good player, a good guy, and hopefully he can do himself some justice and perform to a little bit of a higher level than he did last year.
It's nice to know that Tomatine Whiskey picked him up. Going on to Ryan Buck. What do you think?
Everyone's heard my opinions of Ryan Buck. I'm never going to be his biggest fan, but there's no denying that the rapist he is a good player. He's quick, he's intelligent. He does lack the finishing ability, and I think he'll be playing keep up with Leggett and Fulmer for most of the tournament this year.
He tries. I'll say that about him. Captain Morgan picked him up. Makes sense. Going on, we're going to go to a Chris Elliott. I compared him to a Mesut Ozil. He's a hard hitter, and the right pass will fly into the back of the net. He truly is a sweaty goal maker, I'd say.
Yeah, I think he's got a little bit more physical presence than Ozil, but adjective, one that I'd use to describe him would definitely be sweaty, so you're right there, Roy. He can be good, but he needs to do better.
Ron Royal picked him up.
I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, he will. Connor Lakehouse bully Christopher here. Easy comparison, Luis Suarez. I'd say so. The comparison is obvious, and it's less for skill and more so for off-ball antics. He'll bite you if you're paying attention.
Yeah, well, as a child, I was told not to say anything if I've got nothing nice to say, so I'm going to leave this one.
Yeah. Jack Daniels went and picked him up. True Lakehouse legend here, craft of the game, Tom Leggett. I went ahead and compared him to a Marco Royce, an Iron Robin, and even a Harry Kane. I'd say he's a finisher and aficionado on the ball. He knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, he's been in the top of his game for a few years now. He's a tenacious, versatile box-to-box player, and he's capable of any midfield position. He can play up front even if you need him. And he's a true visionary, a natural leader. People follow him wherever he goes. And I feel that he's probably up there with Fulmer this year. And if he can,
strong words, strong.
That's how confident I am that he can do it this year. But we'll see.
True relationship here with his sponsorship. For Loco went again and continued their partnership. I can't tell who benefits more in that relationship, honestly.
Yeah, I feel that Tom wouldn't be the person he is today if it wasn't for Loco. I think he owes his life to the owners and
he might want to get his blood checked. I'll say that.
That's for sure.
Going different direction here, we're going with Kevin Bell. I went ahead with a David Alaba comparison. I'd say he's a young defender, he's got hustle, and truly a surprise touch on the ball. What do you think?
Yeah, he's got a raw talent. He just needs a little bit of fine-tuning. He could be up there with some of the greats. He could possibly be good as Fulmer Leggett, but it's just he needs to sort his life out outside of the game. We all know some of the things he's got up to, and he's not doing himself any favours hanging out with the likes of the people he hangs out with. But he just needs to sort himself out, work hard, and he could really achieve something in the sport.
Nabisco Brownies went ahead and gave him a deal. Makes sense. Chris Leonard, Andres Iniesta comes to mind. I'd say he's top quality when healthy. He's got soccer intelligence beyond his years. What do you think, Rex?
Yeah, intelligent player, obviously. Big guy. It's not surprising his feet don't work as quick as his brain, but if he slows down the game, plays at his own pace, he can control the game. He can create the magic while taking it easy himself. But yeah, watch his space. He's not a bad player.
Going on to somebody that might not make the trip this year, he's out on loan in Europe. John Hogue, outspoken, compared easily to Courtois, of the game. He's going to be missing, and truly the goals are going to be going in without him this year.
I think Tim Howard's the main one for me, which I'll compare him. He's mainly because of his erratic behaviour in goal. His he's a frustrating player. His behaviour is destructive, and he's the sort of player if he lets in one goal, it's just going to open the floodgates, and they're going to come piling in Roy. But he will be missed, but probably not because of the right reasons.
I agree with that, Rex. He picked up a sponsorship through LensCrafters. I don't really know why.
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
Yeah. Going on to Jeff Leonard. Comparison here, Tony Cruz. The kid's got hustle and he's got non-stop pace. You never know when he'll strike, and he's a true. He knows how to use spin moves. I mean, deadly spin moves.
Yeah, well, he did get goal of the tournament last year. It was a hell of a goal. I don't know how someone can get his leg that high, but yeah, he's the better of the Leonard brothers, and I think that he's definitely one that I'd want on my team if it's up to me.
Mike's Hard Lemonade gave him a deal. Good relationship, I'd say. Going on to Andy Kahn. I have to give the comparison of Paul Scholes, Phil Lam, probably not for the reasons you'd expect. I just think that I think they're triplets. They look just alike. I'd say he's sneaky on the ball, and if you don't watch him, he'll get you. What do you think, Rex?
Yeah, thank you, Beverly. Yeah, he surprised me actually last year how he played. Obviously, the comparison of Paul Scholes is obvious because of the way they look, but I feel that he could be not as good, but maybe as good as Paul Scholes when he's 17.
Okay. Going on to his off-the-field brother, we're going to talk about Bo Brown here. I compared him to David Silva. I say he's a leader on and off the pitch. What do you think?
I feel that he likes to be a leader on and off the pitch, but yeah, he loves the game, he lives for it, but he's just not particularly any good at it. But if he's half as good as he wanted to be, he could be as good as some of the greats, as good as Will Farmer.
Okay. Strong.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Maybe not, but
he and Andy went ahead and picked up sponsorships through Miller Lite, which...
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Cheers to that. Moving forward, we're going to talk about Patrick Alvarez. Compared him to a Pepe. Honestly, this is a comparison. He's new to Lake House Soccer. Don't really know how he's going to perform. We're excited to see what he brings to the table. He looks like him, with and without hair, I'd say. You never know with Pepe. What do you think, Rex?
Yeah, I've seen him play in Mexico. It wasn't a very good performance, but he's a big player, but he's got no strength. He should be good at the air. He isn't, and you'll see next week. I think many people are going to be left disappointed, but we're happy to have him here. It's nice to have a little bit of ethnicity mixed in the group. So
I'd agree.
A little bit of Latina flair, which it could.
Corona Light went ahead and picked him up.
Right,
I mean, it just makes sense. Moving on to Parth. Comparisons here, obviously, Emerald Lagasse, Mario Balotelli, Rachel Ray, Marimaro Mosamoto. He's better off the field than on it. And honestly, I'd say that's why he's so much more talented than his cousin. What do you think, Rex?
Yeah, he's definitely one of the better people to have around in Lake Soccer. He motivates people, he feeds us, he shows us the real reason why we're here in the tournament. But yeah, Mr. America, he's one that we want to be in the tournament, and we're glad to have him here. And I think it's only a matter of time before he shows up as well. His cousin, sorry.
I'd agree with you. Cooking Channel went ahead and picked him up. They fought a long bidding war against the Food Network, but ultimately won that.
Good for him.
Yeah. Going on, we're going to end it here with Chris Slidell. Easy comparison to Marcelo. He'll take you off your feet, take your feet from out under if you aren't paying attention. Silent but deadly, I'd say, with Chris.
Yeah, vicious player, nasty temper. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him, boy. He can switch like that, and I've seen how he gets, and it's not something that you want to see.
Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave us a comment in the section below. Leave us a like if you can. We really had a lot of fun making this. To anybody that didn't make the video, we apologize. How about you try harder this time? And maybe we'll try harder to get you in the video next time. Rex, anything to say?
Yeah, just a quick shout out to the sponsors. Appreciate your contribution to the video and the players in the tournament. And yeah, I hope you follow us next week. We'll be there for the Lakeside tournament, and see you in the future. Be safe.
Good luck to everybody. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. That's good.
Make